Hello, this is David Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4. I will be your host for this podcast titled La Plata Ward 4 Update, providing updates about the La Plata Town Council meetings, issues affecting you as residents, and other related activities. I've also started a La Plata Ward 4 video update, which are short videos about specific projects and issues, and have been posted to my Facebook page, facebook.com/djenkinslp Town Council Ward 4 /. These videos are also posted to the app or the website called Nextdoor, www.nextdoor.com//newsfeed. A little background: the Town Council has their work sessions each month on the second and third Tuesday, and then we have our business meeting on the fourth Tuesday. All meetings start at 6 p.m., and now the Town Council work sessions and business meetings are now hybrid. That is, you can attend in person or virtually. Each agenda provides a link to attend virtually using the Microsoft Teams platform. Meeting agendas can be accessed to the town website, www.townlaplata.org. And please note, all meetings are recorded, so you can view them later at your leisure. So now let's get started with our latest update. Hi, and welcome again to this latest episode of La Plata Ward 4 Update podcast. Hi, this is Dave Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4, and your host for these podcasts. This current episode will be a brief recap of recent Town Council work sessions and business meetings. Just as a reminder, our work sessions are the second and third Tuesdays of each month, and our business meeting is the fourth Tuesday, and all meetings start at 6 p.m. and are recorded. So let's jump right in and go through some of our work sessions and business meetings. Let's start with April the 12th. That was a work session. And our La Plata Police Department is again applying for a community-oriented policing service grant. This is offered at the federal and state level and offers a opportunity to receive 3 years of funding that would cover 75% of the employee costs, while the town of La Plata would provide 25% of the funding. This allows us to do community policing, and the agency or the police department would then agree to keep this position for 5 years after the grant concludes. We started and are continuing our FY23 budget review and capital improvements program, CIP. At this April 12th work session, we received an update briefing from the Maryland Toll Authority and the contractors who constructing the expansion of the Nice Middleton Bridge. As you may recall, that started construction in July of 2020. At an approximate cost of $463 million. And they're scheduled to open in early 2023. And for many of those who've been down there, you have seen the rapid change in the construction that's underway. The bridge will be expanded to have two 12-foot wide lanes in each direction. That is to Virginia and back into Maryland. Each of the two lanes will be separated by a barrier. And they would each, they also would have 2-foot shoulders. And as you've probably seen if you've been down there, all the tow booths have been removed, so there'll be strictly an easy pass access to cross the bridge. At our April 19th work session, we again continued our review of the FY23 budget. We reviewed a new publication that was issued by our town planning department entitled, "What is an Annexation and How Does It Work?" And this is an educational publication that tells you what the annexation process is. As you may be aware, we're reviewing 3 of those as I broadcast this podcast. That publication is available to the public and is available through our town website through our town planning department. Let's now move on to our business meeting on April 26th. And for each business meeting, that is the fourth Tuesday, we receive department updates from the La Plata Police Department, Public Works and Operations, a treasury report of where we stand on the budget, and a Department of Planning report. Again, these are all monthly reports, and they're all available on the town website for each business meeting under that particular calendar date. We also, at this meeting on April the 26th, approved revisions to the town's Historic Commission, revising the number of members, defining the council representative, and provide a little bit more definition of who and what that should be, and also voting rights. We also had and set the public tax rate for our FY23 budget, and I want to emphasize this has not changed. It has not changed from the previous fiscal year. We also authorized the town manager to enter into a contract for the construction of the Southwest Quadrant Sewer pumping station and sewer line at a cost of $2.6 million. This will be funded by a United States Department of Agricultural loan, which has an interest rate of less than 2% and over a 40-year period to pay it back. Some of this cost will be burdened or will be reimbursed by developers as they improve, all within the town boundaries. Let's move into the month of May and our first work session on May the 10th. Again, we continued our FY23 budget review. We had a public hearing for the villages of Rosewig, which was an annexation. As you may recall, or I'll refer to, I did post a video about this annexation on April the 14th on the Facebook page, on my Facebook page, as well as the Nextdoor website. At this public hearing, there were no public comments, either in person or in writing. So we took a vote, and that annexation was approved, becoming effective 45 days from that vote. Again, this was a 232 apartment proposal located at the southeast corner of Rosewig Road and Washington Avenue. We also had the introduction of another annexation called Hawthorne Yards. This is a project that's off of 225 adjacent to Quailwood Parkway. They've provided information. They've gone through the initial process, and we have scheduled a public hearing on this project for July the 18th. So that should already be up on our website and how you can attend and participate in that hearing. Let's move on to our May 7th work session. As part of our budget review, we authorized and created a new director position for human resources. We felt it was needed given the increased staffing and the need to have that expertise within the town staff. Due to the past resignation of our town clerk, we have the staff recommended and we approve a realignment of our legislative service department. We also went through and reviewed again the developers' rights and responsibilities agreement that was passed under the previous council not quite over a year ago, and that was approved to be in the town code, but we went back and made a decision and took a vote, and that has been repealed from the town ordinance. We felt that we have the ability to negotiate with developers given our current regulatory processes. There was also the introduction for legislation only, not approval, is the hub annexation, and I'll get back to that shortly. Let's now move on to our monthly budget meeting in May, which is on May 24th. Again, we had the department updates from the La Plata Police Department, our Public Works Operations Department, Treasury Report, and Planning Department. And again, these are all available for your review and comment on our town website. We had the hub annexation public hearing. We received approximately at the hearing, I think anywhere from 15 to 20 folks provided public comment during the public hearing. The public record remained open until June the 16th. And so we did receive additional comments and questions after the public hearing ended. And again, that public record ended June the 16th. There has been no date set at this time for when the town council will vote or have a discussion on that annexation request. As part of the legislative process, there was an introduction of the draft FY23 budget, which would include the capital improvements plan, CIP, and a new fee schedule. We had a special meeting and work session on June the 10th. Again, this was a public hearing for the FY23 budget, the capital improvements program, and the fee schedule. There were no public comments at the public hearing itself, and there were no email or written comments provided to us at that public hearing. As a result, we as a town council adopted the budget on June the 10th, and it becomes effective July 1st, 2022. At our June 21st business meeting, again, we had our monthly department updates from the La Plata Police Department, Public Works Operations, Treasury Department, and Planning Department. We also, at the business meeting, amended the town personnel manual, which is in the ordinance. We amended and added to a vacation accrual. We upped that particular number, and then we added bereavement leave, which was never in the ordinance at all. Another piece of legislation we reviewed is to update the membership of the Design Review Board. That was revised from 8 members to 5, which is consistent with other boards. And this would then also require us to revise quorum requirements. We also authorized the town manager to purchase additional and new software for a new building planning and code enforcement software, which would provide a better opportunity and increase efficiencies to increase internal tracking of building permits and code enforcement issues, and allow the developers or the public to do electronic submissions. But most importantly, it will allow access by citizens to access that information and to track permits and other status of different projects. So that is a significant investment that we've made. Unfortunately, the previous software was not working. There was poor customer support service. So the planning department made the recommendation that we switch. So we've authorized that process. Now, so that brings you up to date on our current, from April, May, and June on our town work sessions and business meetings. Our next work session is July the 11th, Tuesday, July the 11th. Some other information of interest. The town council attended the annual summer conference for the Maryland Municipal League. This is an association of all the 157 Maryland towns and municipalities in Maryland. It's a great opportunity to learn what other town governments are doing, best practices and lessons learned. Myself and other council members entered or participated in the Academy for Excellence in Local Governance, which is a program provided by the University of Maryland School of Public Policy. So we've taken different courses and training and hope to officially graduate this coming fall, the fall of 2022. So let me close by talking about some future podcasts and videos that are on my list. I hope to come back shortly with a summary of our fiscal 23 budget. I want to come back and talk about the La Plata Planning Department's required 2021 annual report, which gives a great discussion about development trends in the past and in the future. I'm going to provide a summary of my annexation votes, why I voted the way I did in the 2 annexations we now have upcoming, that is the Hub and Hawthorne Yards. I have previously provided an update why I voted for in support of the Rosewicke Villages annexation report. I'm also going to want to come back and provide some additional information about 2 programs to help with speeding and pedestrian safety. One is called Complete Streets, and another one is called Vision Zero. So let me go back and just give you a brief update on some recent podcasts that I've put out there. Back in May 15th, I provided a report of my first year as a council member, kind of a state of my process and what I participated in. This is also will be available shortly, or it may be already as published in the July, August, and September 2022 Town Notes newsletter, which is available from the town website. I provided a overview of an organization called Strong Towns, and the podcast was about that organization and perhaps a new way of thinking about La Plata's growth. That was posted on May 22nd of this year. I provided a summary of La Plata's planning department and what they do. That was posted May 31st. I then went back on June the 12th and provided a brief summary of the current La Plata comprehensive plan that was approved in 2020, and then provided a overview of the Complete Streets program on June 26th. Some recent videos that were posted included a La Plata Planning Department And specifically, they have a monthly update page where they provide a summary of recent projects and their status in the review process. That video was posted June the 5th. And then also a brief video of an overview of the La Plata comp plan as well. That was posted on June 22nd. Now, all these podcasts I typically post on my Facebook page and on the Nextdoor website. So, again, I appreciate your interest in La Plata, and I again encourage you to email me at djenkins@townoflaplata.org with your questions and comments. I will answer your emails, so feel free, and I really want to hear what your thoughts and desires are about La Plata. Thanks again for your interest in La Plata. Talk to you soon. This concludes the latest La Plata Town Council Ward 4 update. I hope you find this podcast informative and useful. So let me know what you think. I look forward to speaking to you again and listening to your questions and concerns. To reach me, my email address is djenkins@townoflaplata.org, or my cell phone number is 301-263-3471. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.